Thank you, Karen, for that great introduction. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let me start by just saying I'm a 68-year-old great-grandmother with a master's degree in community counseling. As Karen mentioned, I've been helping others my whole life. And it's hard to believe that I'm standing here talking to you about being homeless myself. But it happens. I returned back to Florida here 6 years ago just to be with my family who live here. Since then, I've held 2 counseling positions. Unfortunately, due to the agency's loss of grants, I lost both positions. That was very hard, but what was harder was not being able to become employed again. I lived for a while on my savings, on unemployment, but then when they ran out, I knew I had to do something. I borrowed my rent for last June from a very good friend because I said, there's got to be positions out there. You just can't be out of work for this long. It's never happened. It happened. About the last week of June, I realized that I wasn't getting a place to live, and I had to prepare myself for being homeless. My children, they did what they could, but they're also fighting loss of hours, layoffs, and they're having a bad time. And the worst of it was I couldn't help them. The decisions were hard to make, but I made them. I knew that I needed a car if I was going to get a job. There was no way that I could keep borrowing money to pay my rent and my car payment. So I decided to give up my apartment. My Social Security would pay for my car and my car insurance and a storage shed where I placed everything of value. Sold all my furniture. At the storage shed, still hoping to be able to find employment, I set up a clothes rack on one side with all my work clothes on it, a shoe rack on the other side with my shoes, and then all of my other stuff on a bookcase in containers. And I'd go there every day. I even saw a gentleman there who I knew was sleeping in his unit, and I thought about it, but that wasn't for me. I was lucky enough to have friends who, while they couldn't give me a place to stay, allowed me to go to their homes, get washed, do my laundry, iron if need be, even let me sleep in their driveway because that was safer than trying a parking lot or a park or anything else that I could think of. My companion through all this was my dog, Kaz. He's just a little Toto dog, but he's as devoted to me as I am to him. The heat in July was unbearable. I had to sleep with the car windows down, which of course meant that I had to spray myself 2 or 3 times a night with mosquito repellent because it was always, they were always there. I have asthma. My asthma got progressively worse from that being in the heat. My legs became covered in bruises where the circulation was stopped because of the way I was sleeping in the car seat. Every day, every night, it was an emotional roller coaster and a physical nightmare. It's hard to sleep in a car when you feel vulnerable, and even in a friend's driveway, you're going to feel vulnerable. I finally obtained a part-time position, 18 hours a week at minimum wage. Still not enough to get a place to live. So I stayed sleeping in my car in the friend's driveway and never missed a day's work. Around Thanksgiving, I heard that United Way was distributing money to help people homeless from becoming homeless. So I called 211. And I was referred to my guardian angel, Nicole Silvas. She placed me on the HPRP program and almost immediately found me a place to stay in an extended stay hotel at the right time, because it was the night before the first freeze hit. And so I was very, very thankful for that. Excuse me, I lost my tongue. This is hard staying here, standing here, all the things that I've gone through. But I was lucky enough that my part-time job referred me to another position, and I'm now proudly employed by Orange County Head Start Department Business. But let me tell you that it's been a hard road, and if it wasn't for Nicole and Jill and Michelle and Mary at United Way, I would not be here today telling you about this. What they did for me is unbelievable. I had lost my feeling of self. I had lost feeling even human. It's hard to express in words how demeaning it is to become homeless, especially when you don't think it'll ever happen to you. United Way and the HPRP program have given me back a feeling of self, a feeling of being a real human being again. And I can't say enough to thank them for that. And I really wish that everybody can help others today as they've helped me. Thank you.